There's something about the hyper fandom for consoles. A lot of folk that find themselves in this situation are, in a sense, maybe trolls. Maybe somehow they gain joy in making fun of other people. And, for the most part, I don't take them seriously. They really do provide, though, a lot of conversational pieces. They are a content generating machine. And, as a content creator, they will find me, pretty much where they are. And for the most part, some of them will come on the channel. They'll help out with that by giving us some topics to talk about. But this one I saw was actually very peculiar. So I made a video about, Doc asking a few questions about, PS5 Pro gamers and how pretty much the console is being set up to be like a PC. I didn't know that video was going to actually go that far. So shout out to all the people who watched it. I've made other videos, featuring Doc's own, thoughts on moving from console to gaming. But this one, I think, is just gone crazy. To that, there are people who are still on his case. I knew he was going to draw a lot of attention from a video like this, because when you ask questions to hyper fans, they are not happy about it, because what you've done is you've questioned a lot of their idol worship. Now, one of them, in their bid to try to own Doc 1985, clowned themselves in a very funny way. And here's the thing, guys. I just want to use this for educational purposes. This is not to sit here and start dogging on some random person that is sitting behind a keyboard that I don't know. However, what they said is actually very interesting. So they were talking back and forth, and they basically said this: hey, I do it for fun. You're clearly trying to make it and miserably failing at it. They're pretty much making fun of Doc for, their YouTube channel. This is the kind of thing that you see. Some people will make fun of you for the size of your YouTube channel. They'll talk about how, you don't have many subs, hence you're a failure. I saw this in Gotham Knights days. This is just normal gaslighting. This is from a lot of people who just want to get under your skin. That's all they're trying to do. As somebody who's already made another YouTube channel and I've had tens of thousands of subscribers, not too many, but bigger than the Video Game Fight School channel, I can tell you that this is what they try to do. But, again, as a veteran in this space, not really a big deal. But what I wanted to point out is they said this 4070 is a joke. RX 7600, even bigger joke. You really are on a budget. They're making fun of Doc's computer. That's what they're trying to do. And they said, you should know that most PC master race, in quotes, I think the words PC master race, as much as many PC gamers won't even use that, this thing irks console players, the hyper fans anyways, so badly that they just can't, I don't know what it is. I think maybe they continue to see how the console proposition and the PC proposition pretty much compare. And so they kind of, in a sense, can't stand it. And this comes a lot from the PlayStation fandom, the hyper PlayStation fandom anyways. And then they said the PC Master Race avoids AMD like the plague. And I thought this was very interesting that somebody who plays on a PlayStation 5 or maybe a PlayStation 5 Slim or maybe a PlayStation 5 Pro would say that AMD is comparable to what is being avoided like the plague. If only this person knew that AMD is behind all of the major components inside of their PlayStation 5, and also behind the major components behind, inside of the Xbox Series X and S, I wonder what they would do. Or maybe they are being willfully ignorant just for the sake of trolling or trying to make fun of someone else. The conversation in gaming has devolved into this kind of stupidity. This is what that is. Like, there's no other way for me to say. I try to be nice, but anybody who would say something like that is absolutely, in a sense, just making the conversation seem like it's this savagery going on, when in reality it's just them not being, interested in any genuine growth in their knowledge. This is why we have a lot of issues. I've seen a lot of people make fun of Doc's, computer, him buying it from Walmart and all of that stuff. And one thing that I don't really understand is, what is wrong with buying computers or computer components from Walmart? You're talking to somebody who has multiple computers in their home. There are days I really want to do something on a computer, and I am not going to sit there and wait for Amazon or B&H or anywhere else. that I found myself calling my wife on a Walmart trip and saying, "Hey babe, can you please do me a favor and go over to the SSD NVMe, spots where they actually keep them and buy me a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte SSD. I need to get something done real quick." This has happened before. My wife goes out to buy milk and I'm over there calling her because I do need an NVMe. Simply because those components are agnostic to this particular type of warring that a lot of these console fans are used to. You see, you're used to basically sitting there and pooping on, Xbox, or maybe you're pooping on PlayStation, or maybe you're trying to make some point that you don't realize that the manufacturers of the parts, in our case, are only regarded as who's going to give you the best value for your money. That's pretty much what it is. And you have a bunch of options. So it's hard for you to get screwed in many cases. And I think this is probably, in my opinion, a lack of understanding again of how PCs work. You can buy your PC from Facebook Marketplace. You can buy it from freaking Walmart. By golly, you can buy it from Sam's Club or Costco, and nobody will give a hoot. The components in there, are they capable of gaming to what you want it to do? If the answer is yes, then fine. You know what's crazy, guys and girls? These same folk probably also bought their consoles from Walmart or Target as well. Let them not try to actually pretend or act like somewhere, somehow, that a Walmart PC is somewhat inherently less, viable than a PC that was probably acquired, say, in different parts, or say even acquired from another, another PC sales outlet like B&H or Amazon or whatever it is. That is just pretty much infantile conversations trying to basically make their way into what I think is the biggest checkmate of the year to those hyper fans that pretty much have, in a sense, made fun of everybody else that has questioned, hey, this PlayStation 5 Pro that you're buying, what is the inherent value in it at all? And so I thought it was very funny that this statement was actually made. And I think this is a very interesting perspective. And I want to talk about something real quick that I think we're facing right now. A lot of console gamers that have, what I think is a poor misconception about the PC platform have no firsthand experience of the PC platform itself. Many of them make and draw conclusions about PC from a place of heavy ignorance. And even when, like someone like myself, when I talk about PC gaming and console gaming, I think what really shocked a lot of people was the fact that I actually played on PlayStation for so many years, and I still do play on PlayStation. They didn't believe it. Like, when some people found out, some people still, somebody was saying something today about me talking about, PlayStation and its exclusivity. And they said, well, you didn't do your research because there was a time when Xbox money hatted the Tomb Raider game. And what was very surprising was that was actually the very first incident of me having a big disdain for third-party money hatting. I was on PlayStation then. Many people didn't know it until I started pulling footage from The Division back in the day, back in 2016, 2017, 2018. And they were like, oh, wait, this guy plays on, my Division clan, the one that I'm actually a member of. I didn't even start the clan. Everyone in that clan, for the most part, plays on PlayStation. So again, firsthand experience is very good to be able to draw a lot of conclusions and experience what it is. Now, no one is saying, everybody should be in the place where, they have to go experience something like that. But if you put yourself out there and you get the experience, I think you have a lot more in terms of, exposure to what it is that you're talking about. So this kind of craziness going on in the conversation right now is just so weird at the end of the day, to be honest. I strongly believe that, we're going to see a lot of this ignorance continue to go on. But again, this is necessary that this stuff is public, because what it's going to do is it's going to educate those who are interested in learning, because there are also people who are interested, in understanding what in the world is going on. And I think for their sake, we have to be able to filter through, okay, this is nonsense and this is actually reality. So thanks so much for watching the video. I appreciate you guys' time and audience. You can also look at the attempt to roast someone and see that pretty much backfire and, shake your head and just go, man, this is insane, bro. Talk to me in the comment section, folks. Peace out.